So first, let's review the definition of device models. So it's a mathematical or numerical relationship between actual voltage and currents of device. And three kind of models are there: DC models, which we have covered in the last lecture. Today we are going to focus on the small signal model. And remember, I told you many times, small signal model is derived from the DC model. So in order to understand small signal model, it's better that first you revise your basic concepts about the DC models, because today first we will see what is DC model, and then we will make some corrections, or you can say some changes in the DC model, so that we get small signal model. So as I told you, DC model is the basic model, and we have to derive our small signal model from DC model. So first here I am showing you all the DC model characteristics. This is your MOSFET device, and the characteristics of the MOSFET are shown here. This particular ohmic region is represented by this equation, which is here on the top, and the conditions for this equation in the ohmic region is mentioned here. This particular region is saturation region, and the equation for the saturation region is mentioned here, and the conditions which this saturation region should satisfy, that condition is also listed here. And the third region is the ohmic region, cutoff region, and the equation for the cutoff region is given here. ID is 0, and the condition for the same is mentioned here. Now if you talk about small signal model, since the DC model equation is different in different regions of the characteristic curve, so the small signal model will also be different in the different characteristic regions. For ohmic region, we will have a different small signal model. For saturation region, we will have a different small signal model. But you know that this device MOSFET is most of the time used in the saturation region. For example, as an amplifier, if we use this device, we bias the device in the saturation region. So what we are going to discuss today is to develop small signal model for this saturation region. So we are going to use only this particular equation, and from this equation we will develop small signal model. We are not going to focus in the ohmic region or in the cutoff region. Only the saturation region equation will be used for developing the small signal model, because our device is most of the time biased in the saturation region. So in the next slide we will see how to proceed. So the equation of current in the saturation region is given here, right, and the device is here. So the device is 4 terminal device, but this terminal is a common terminal. Source terminal is a common terminal, and other terminals we have to see what to do in order to develop its small signal model. Now most of the time we use this kind of general set of equations, and from these general set of equations we will see what we can do. So if it is a 3 terminal device, then we can write 3 general equations for the currents, and the currents are dependent on all the 3 terminal voltages which are possible in the device. 4th terminal is grounded, so that's why it is not shown here. Now let's assume this gate is our first terminal, this drain is our second terminal, and this bulk terminal is our third terminal. Now current in the first terminal is given by this equation, but we know from this equation that Ig is 0, right? It means this I1 is 0. I2, second terminal, we have considered drain as a second terminal, right? It means this I2 is given by this equation, and I3 third terminal, bulk terminal. So the bulk current is also 0. You can see here bulk current and gate currents are 0. So I1 is 0 and I3 is 0, and your I2 is actually your ID, and the equation of ID is given here. So this I2 depends on V1, V2 and V3. V1 first terminal is actually your VGS, gate source voltage. V2 second terminal, that is actually your VDS, and V3 is actually your VBS, bulk source voltage. So you can see this I2 is your ID. ID equation is given here. VGS is there and VDS is there. These two voltages are given here. Yes, this first terminal, gate terminal, drain was second terminal, and this bulk was third terminal. So V1 is your VG, VGS, V2 is your VDS, and V3 is your VBS. Now since I1 and I3 they are 0, because your I1 is your IG, that is given 0 here, and I3 is your IB, that is also 0. So now we have to use this equation, this one equation, and that one equation you have to use to find out the parameters Y21, Y22 and Y23. Now VGS, VDS, you can see they are here in the equation, they are present here. VBS is not mentioned here. So you may ask this question that how we will solve this equation for VBS. But you know, VBS is bulk voltage, and you remember DC model, the bulk voltage decides your VT. So this VT which is present here, that actually is connected to VBS. So you can say that VBS factor is also present here in the equation. So all the three voltages, gate voltage, first terminal, drain voltage, second terminal, and VT, which is related to VB, that is your third terminal voltage. So all the three terminal voltages are given here. Now let's find out Y21. So one by one we have to find out these parameters. So I told you in one of the earlier lecture that what we have to do, we have to find out these constant parameters, and then we have to use the values of these parameters into the equivalent circuit, and that is our model. So if you want to find out Y21, how we can do it? So Y21, so what we have to consider, we have to ignore other voltages and then we have to do it. So okay, so let's see how to determine Y21, this Y21 parameter. Now Y21, you can say it's 2 means second terminal, drain terminal, and 1 means first terminal means gate terminal. So here also you can see it will be the ratio of I2 and V1. Second terminal current means drain current, and first terminal means gate voltage. So you can write it like this. So you can replace this 2 by D, because second terminal is our drain terminal, and first terminal is our gate terminal, right? This is our first terminal, is our gate terminal. So if we say Y21 or YDG, that is same thing. And sometimes this parameter is also known as transconductance. So maybe you have heard about this parameter. Sometimes we use this kind of parameter in case of BJT also, but it's widely used in case of MOSFET devices. So it's conductance because it's the ratio of current to voltage. You can see from this equation, Y21 is ratio of current to voltage. Now I told you in one of earlier lecture that if you want to develop small signal model, you have to differentiate. So if you want to find out Y21, you have to differentiate I2 with respect to V1. It means you have to differentiate ID, I2 is your ID with respect to V1 means gate source voltage. So this ID, that equation will be differentiated with respect to gate source voltage. So that you have to do. So it means your YDG, that is also known as transconductance, that is equal to transconductance, and that is actually your derivative of ID with respect to gate source voltage. And VDS, VBS, VGS, all these are actually at your operating point. DSQ means Q point. BS means bulk source voltage at Q point, means when there are DC conditions, when your AC signal is 0, at that time DC conditions are prevailing. So when your AC signal is 0, or you can say when the voltages are at the operating point, we are using that condition to find out this parameter. So if you differentiate ID with respect to VGS, so if you differentiate this equation, you will get this. right? The square term that gone here and cancelled to cancel, and you will get this. Now if you consider that lambda effects are almost 0, because here lambda effects are also considered. So if you consider lambda effects are 0, then what you will get, this term will cancel, and what you will left with is only this part, right? So your transconductance Gm is given by K prime W by L VGS minus VT. Sometime this is also written like this. Gm is written like this. So how? If you put value of IDQ means your drain current at Q point, and drain current at Q point means this DC equation you have to use, but you have to consider this VDS 0. So if this is 0, then this factor 1 plus lambda VDS, that will go. So only this part, this is your IDQ. So I am writing here, your IDQ is actually K prime W by L 2 VGS minus VT square. That is your IDQ. Now if you put value of IDQ here and you solve it, you will get exactly same thing, right? So K prime W by L into VGS minus VT is equivalent to this factor, this. So if you take square root of this, this power 2 will cancel. So square root of this into this part. So what you will get? You will get exactly same thing. So the transconductance is sometime written like this, or even if it is written like this, it is same thing, no problem, right? So that way we are able to find out the value of Y21. Y21 is actually your YDG, and that is transconductance, and that is Gm, right? And this is very important parameter because this decides the gain. And remember, we call it transconductance because it is transfer of conductance. We are measuring conductance between drain and source as a function of voltage at some other terminal, at input terminal, gate terminal. So after finding out the value of transconductance Gm, now we have to go to the second parameter Y22. We have to see how to find out Y22. Y22 is conductance because 2 means it is same terminal, I2 V2. Voltage and current both are at the same terminal, at the drain terminal, right? So in the next slide we will see how to find out Y22. Now we are talking about channel conductance because it's Y22, this particular parameter. This is our second terminal, remember, and this is common terminal. Now if you talk about Y22, sometime it is also called YDD because second terminal is our drain terminal, and sometime it is also written as, in the book if you see, it is not YDD, it is written as YDS because drain source with respect to source terminal. And it is also called drain conductance, sometimes GDS, drain source conductance. And you can see its what to say, dimensions are of conductance because it's current by voltage, right? Now if you want to find out Y22 as you have seen in the earlier slide, that is actually your YDS, and that will be curly ID over V2. V2 is drain voltage, curly VD, and it is VDS. That VDS is appearing here, this VDS. And all other voltages, VGS, VBS, VDS, all are VGSQ, VBSQ, VDSQ, like this. So if you differentiate this ID with respect to VDS, what you will get? You can see the thing which you are going to get, that is K prime W by 2L VGS minus VT square into lambda, because you have to find out derivative of this part. So lambda will come here, derivative of VDS is 0. So with this derivative, you see here what it is, all this part, that is actually your drain current I D Q. If we ignore lambda effect, then whatever it is, that is your ID, drain current in the saturation region. It means you can write this GDS, this YDS is actually your GDS also. This is your GDS actually. It is mentioned here, GDS. So GDS you can write lambda multiplied by, instead of whole this term, you can write just IDQ, right? So that is your channel conductance, or you can say drain conductance. So now you know Y21. Y21 is your transconductance. Y22 you have calculated, that is your channel conductance. And now you have to see this third parameter Y23. That we will see in the next slide. And remember Y23, voltage at third terminal, and third terminal is our bulk terminal, right? So now in order to find out Y23, we have to differentiate I2. I2 you know that is your ID, that you have to differentiate with respect to VBS. Now see here, we have mentioned one more equation in this model, VT, because now we are going to differentiate this IT with respect to VT. So our purpose now is to find out this third parameter. So one by one we are finding these three parameters for this second equation. We are not doing anything for this equation because I1 and I3, they are Ig and Ib, they are 0. So these equations we are not using, we are using only this particular equation because that is our ID, and we are differentiating ID first with respect to first terminal voltage, then with respect to second terminal voltage, now with respect to third terminal voltage. So now our purpose is to determine Y23, and Y23, that is our second terminal and this is our third terminal. Y23 what it is, that is 2 means drain, 3 means bulk, right? So it is YDB. Sorry, it is written here as transconductance. Instead of trans, it should be written as bulk transconductance. That you can write bulk transconductance. So bulk transconductance, and it is mentioned as, it is denoted as GMB. GM, you know, it was for transconductance. We are putting B also here. B means it is transconductance but with respect to bulk. We are calling it transconductance because we are finding out change in the drain current with respect to change in voltage at some other terminal. So when it is with respect to gate, we call it transconductance. When we are doing it with respect to bulk, then it is bulk transconductance. We are writing it as GMB just to differentiate it from GM. Now same thing we will do here, Y23, or you can say YDB, or you can say GMB. That is means differentiate this I2 means ID with respect to bulk voltage. But you see bulk voltage is not there, but bulk this threshold voltage, that depends on the bulk voltage. So what we will do, simple mathematics, you know, differentiation of this, we will differentiate it with respect to T, and then we will differentiate this Vt with respect to VBS. That we will do. Actually our purpose was to find out differentiation of the ID with respect to bulk voltage, but we are writing it like this. So first differentiate it with respect to V. What you will get, K prime W by L VGS minus VT 2 and it is minus, that power have gone there, minus this, and then differentiate Vt with respect to Vbs. So Vt is given here. So if you differentiate this Vt with respect to Vbs, you see this is constant 0. Only this part will be there. So this part is also constant. So it will be 0. So what you will get here if you differentiate this particular component with respect to Vbs? So you will get gamma power 1 by 2. So it will be in the denominator actually. It will be 1 by phi minus Vbs, and it is minus actually, like this. Now in order to further solve this, you know these two things. Gm we have seen in one of slide in today's lecture. Gm is given by this part. Oh sorry, all this. So whatever is written here, I'm sorry, so it was 2L here, so this 2L was also there, so this 2 will be cancelled by this 2. So this part is your Gm, right, and this part is another constant which is denoted by this eta, this thing. So this is constant. So replace this part by this and this part by Gm. So there is a minus sign here, there was a minus sign here, so minus and minus they will cancel each other. So what you will get? You will get this Gmb, that is actually product of your Gm, this whole is your Gm and this is your eta. So eta into Gm. So that is the third constant parameter, or you can say the bulk transconductance parameter, that is given by this equation. So that way one by one we have solved this constant, and this constant. All the three constants we understand now. Now we have to use these three constants and we have to write its complete equation, and then we have to draw its equivalent circuit. So now let's summarize everything which we have derived so far. So this is our small signal model for MOSFET, and remember this model is for saturation region. This model is not valid in ohmic region or in cutoff region. We are discussing only in the saturation region. So these three equations means you have three constants for the equation of current, and you remember that equation that was written like this: I2 is equal to Y21 V1, Y22 V2, Y23 V3, and I2 is your ID, drain current. Y21 was your Gm, so it's Gm into V1. V1 was your VGS, or you can write it like this. Y22 was your GDS, and V2 was your VDS. V23, that was your GMB, and V3 was your bulk source voltage. So the equation of drain current, you can say the AC drain current, that is given by this. So now it is easy to draw the equivalent circuit for this. Equivalent circuit will be this. So there are three terminals. One is gate terminal, bulk terminal, and drain terminal. So this was our first terminal in our discussion, drain was our second terminal, and this bulk was our third terminal. And you have seen in the DC model, gate current was 0. So between gate terminal and source terminal is common terminal or reference terminal. It is open circuit. Gate source voltage is applied, but it is open circuit because no current flow between these terminals. Between bulk and source also, it is shown as open circuit because in general no base current flows there, but base source voltage is shown here. Now this drain terminal, that is our second terminal. In second terminal there is current, and this current is contributed by these three components. So you remember this terminal drain current because of gate voltage. So different terminal and different voltage, it means this is a type of current source because voltage and current, they are at different terminal. Drain current, gate voltage. So this component is shown here by this component, that is coming from this thing. Now then there was GDS, this second component, Y22 V2. So same terminal voltage, same terminal current, drain current and drain voltage. So this same terminal current and same terminal voltage, if it is like this, then you remember that component is represented by the this kind of symbol, by the symbol of a resistance. So here it is written as GDS in the form of conductance. So if you want to write it in the form of resistance, you see here, if it is in the form of conductance, the equation is this. If you want to write it in the form of resistance, then we have to take inverse of this. So it is also possible that we denote it by RDS. It is our choice. Now this third component, voltage at second terminal, sorry, current at second terminal, voltage at third terminal. So different terminal voltage and currents are there, means drain current and bulk voltage. So they are different terminal voltage and current parameters. So all these part, that is denoted by current source, and that current source is here, right? You see GMB VPS, that component is shown here. Now all these components, they are being added, so they are shown in parallel with each other, because in the parallel parts current gets added. So that way the model, the equivalent circuit which is drawn here, that is equivalent circuit small signal model of a MOSFET device, because all the parameters GM, GMB and GDS, they are small signal parameters of MOSFET device. So that way I have explained to you small signal model of MOSFET, and the parameters are very important because in the exam also you have to solve some numerical problems based on these parameters, and you have one experiment also in the laboratory. In that experiment you have to design the MOSFET based amplifier, so you will use these parameters in that particular design also. This is from my side for today. So if you have any question or any doubt in this lecture, you can discuss with me.